Viva Costas, Costas, Costas! Viva! Viva Costas, Costas, Costas! Viva! Viva the ANC Women's League! Viva! Don't leave the Youth League of the ANC! Long live! Don't leave the Youth League of the ANC! Long live! Mansa! Mansa! Ramrata la mula Ramrata! Ramrata la mula Ramrata! Ramrata murolong Ramrata! Ramrata murolong Ramrata! Thank you very much. Thank you very much, comrades. I think I am shocked myself that I do not have an iPad. Every speaker who came to the podium brought an iPad. Now I brought a laptop. So these comrades are gossiping behind me, saying, we must get this man an iPad. And I heard them. That is why I am in this struggle, comrades. Economic freedom in our lifetime must start with me. So that I come carrying an iPad. Now, comrades, the president has spoken. Ordinarily, after a keynote address, there shouldn't be any other address. It is not my intention to distort any of the submission made by the comrades earlier. But I want to applaud the organizers of this session and express our great sense of honor and gratitude to all of you who also made time to attend this event. An activity of this nature, comrades, compels us to ask ourselves too many questions as rightfully provoked by the keynote speaker. And it is not given that we will all emerge out of this hall with answers. But we have submitted ourselves to yourselves, but we did so because of the love that we have for this glorious movement, the ANC. Many praise singers thought that this is a factional meeting. And we wish to put it on record that it is not. This is an economic freedom lecture. That is why we came to address it. Those of you who understand how factions work know that you don't do these things where people can see you. You do them in the night. Wesley would know. Now we came here during the day so that everybody can see us, because we know that we have nothing to hide. Comrades, we are taught to believe in influence emerging from this lecture. We are not emerging out of this lecture having learned authority and the easiest way to manipulate structures of the ANC.
Secretary General, Comrade Tibi Modise, to close the event. Comrade Rato Kambu, may you please make sure that the door is not open so that we can conclude the program. Comrade, can we have another person in that door? Please. Thank you very much.
Long live, 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 long live. Amanda. Thank you very much, comrades. These are comrades from Mirafo Ward 1, where I come from. Welcome to campus, comrades. You are aiming for tomorrow. Now, as you give us that leverage, comrades, like I said, it would be wrong to want to re-emphasize any point made by the president. But it is safe to say that this lecture was, amongst others, convened for no other reason but to conscientize young people of the ANC. We believe that comrades have not lost their consciousness as yet. But the prevailing political and economical conditions dictate that at some point some of us are not only going to lose our consciousness, but will get carried away as a result of e-wallets and all these other transfers. But we believe in yourselves because we know you believe in yourselves. Comrades spoke at length about the importance of this month and this year, the 70th anniversary of the ANC Youth League. And we must make sure that the forthcoming National Congress of the ANC Youth League, the 25th National Congress, goes down in history as a record-breaking Congress of the ANC Youth League. We should be proud to have been part of that Congress. Some of you are victims of abuse and manipulation of system, like Murolong and Lamola. I do not know what is it that they have in common other than victims. They are just victims of circumstances. And they are victims of processes. But we must never discard them on the basis of what they were subjected to. What happened to me today might happen to you tomorrow. Some of us share history with some of the people who have access to the means of production and resources. One comrade, Comrade Kelly, in the Provincial Congress of Gauteng, we did not have a candidate for chairpersonship. And we went to the convention to have membership. He says, hey, my brother, I don't have. We had to buy him the track suits of the youth league. Same China, wear this thing, you look like all of us. You can contest. We went to Bloemfontein in Mangaung, the 23rd National Congress of the Youth League, we elected him as an official. We went to Galaga Estate in Midrand, we elected him again as an official. We went to Bloemfontein, we elected him in the NEC. Happy. Come stand The only structure that he has not contested is the Women's League. Now, I happen to have read the discussion document of the forthcoming National Congress. Now, our entity makes a recommendation that in the discussion document, that we must reconsider re-establishing the investment arm of the youth league. But what the discussion document fails to ask is what happened to the investment arm that we had. We were told that for the first time, delegates are going to sleep together as one. Everything else has been paid. We do not owe anybody anything. The NEC got disbanded. 2 weeks later, flock into Luthuli House. We want our money. Where do these people come from? Because we were told that we do not owe anybody anything. What happened to the assets of Limbede? This is a question that we must carry from our branches to to the National Conference, and we must emerge out of the National Congress with the answers to that question. We need to put an end, comrades, to some empty rhetoric that takes place here in the name of our revolution. If you put a position, you say we want economic freedom in our lifetime, you must be able to unpack it. You must explain to young people, what do you mean? How do you think economic freedom in our lifetime is going to benefit them? As opposed to what we are seeing in the railway stations. Freedom is future, future is freedom. And can we unpack this thing? What is the political base of future is freedom? What does it mean? To me, it has no political base. It is more like a name of another company that is soon to be liquidated. So we must never allow our generation, comrades, to fall in the trap of being misled into mindless radicalism and empty rhetoric. We must refuse. Now we are here, comrades, to reinvigorate you. We are here to re-energize the structures of the ANC Youth League. We do not do this because your spirits are low, you are still in some corners praying victim. We are not here to do that. But we need to make sure that whatever that is communicated to membership of the Youth League is correct. We do not come here to give you some promises of jobs in EPWP and wherever. We do not have that. We must refuse people who tell us that we must vote for them because they are going to give jobs. It is not true. Some of them are unemployed themselves. How will they employ you? But we need the Youth League that has the ability to rise to the occasion. The Youth League that has the ability to go to the mayor and say, Khotso Khumalo, we respect you, you are our employee. But we have a problem with the manner in which you employ your boyfriends and girlfriends in taverns. Oh. That is the Youth League. Where we come from, that whole Khutsong is surrounded by the mines, including the deepest gold mine in the world. But when you enter Khutsong, there's nothing that looks like we're surrounded by mines. It's a mass meeting of potholes, the street lights do not work. The biggest shop you can find there is Score. Where are the social labor plans? But do our employees understand their responsibilities? Are they able to hold the mining houses to account on the work that they are doing in contribution as part of their responsibility to those communities? I do not think so. Yet we have praise singers and people, every time you see them going to TV, Viva so and so, Viva so and so. They never come to us to engage us on clear political and policy matters relating to the ANC. When last have you heard them speak of a very simple thing, the twin task of the ANC? They do not worry about those things. They are preoccupied who becomes what, when, how. It can never be the Youth League that we want to belong to. Now we must rise in defense of the Youth League of Anton Bimbedu. Oliver Tambo would be very angry with us if we just go around and sleep without rising to the occasion. So we carry that responsibility to safeguard this movement. Otherwise, history is going to judge you. Some of you have children who are members of the ANC Youth League. Tomorrow, when you are sick and bedridden, they are going to ask you, hey, man, Chief, convince us why you should not die because our organization died in your hands. So these people, comrades, have never articulated, I don't think they've ever made it their business to read the Freedom Charter. The minerals between the soil, beneath the soil, the banks and the monopoly industry shall be transferred to the people as a whole. Do they understand the essence of this particular provision? I don't think so. So we members of the Youth League comrades must rise. Through these lectures, one comrade asked if these are lectures because we are in a cold. I do not have fever. That is why I'm not even wearing a jersey. There's no fever whatsoever. Invited, even in Cape Town, we will land. We will arrive and we will speak to consciousness of membership of the ANC Youth League. We do not not need some e-wallet and any other transaction to make us speak our mind. We are not preoccupied about being in leadership. We are preoccupied about ensuring that the ANC Youth League emerges a victor. We are going to the National Congress. Some of us, fortunately, were delegates. Now, if there's any mistake that they made when they audited, everybody calls me TB Mudisa. I realized that I might not pass audit with this name. I had to put Pohis on it. So it's a shibobo. When Makasala realized that, hey, this man is inside, he asked, what is this man's name? They said, Pohis on TB Mudisa. He realized that he made a blunder. Now, all these questions, comrades, that are thought-provoking, we do not only leave them here. We are carrying them as a part of our package to the National Congress. And we will come back to membership of the ANC Youth League to report on how far we have traveled and what is it that we are bringing back from the National Congress. So we are not going to National Congress to just sit there, drink, go sleep, eat, and come back. Like one delegate we once had in the Stellenbosch conference of the ANC. So to give us a report, how far did you go? The comrade says, so I don't think that the delegates to the National Congress will come with such a report. We don't want that. So we are going to the National Congress to discuss clear political issues that relate to young people, but in the main we carry no other responsibility but to reaffirm the 24th National Congress resolutions on economic freedom in our lifetime. There is no two ways about it. There's no confusion. There's no other mandate that we are carrying. So the mandate that is bestowed upon us is that one of discharging economic freedom in our lifetime. Just as a last point, because I run the risk of giving another lecture. I wish to leave members of the Youth League with two questions. One teacher once taught me that the safety of the sheep is in the sanity of the shepherd. The safety of the sheep is in the sanity of the shepherd. Now you tell me if you are a shepherd and you are insane, where is the safety of the sheep? What are you doing to protect the image and the character of the ANC Youth League as an individual? Do you need a lecture of this nature for you to be able to tell us what is it that you are doing to protect the character and image of the ANC Youth League? This might be a very difficult question to answer. So, let each one of us emerge out of this lecture with this question. Che Guevara says, if you tremble in indignation at every injustice, then you are a comrade of mine. Now, it is really up to you and this generation to fulfill our generational mission or betray it, like Frantz Fanon says. So we have a responsibility to either fulfill it or betray it. Thank you very much. Amanda.